What's going on, guys? Ryan with Jedha Patrol, back with another episode of 6 Skill News. Let's roll. That's right, guys. We're back. Another episode of 6 Skill News, and we got some pretty cool stuff to talk about. So I thought first we'd kind of get this out of the way. If you guys don't know, I recently did a unboxing review video of Ahsoka from Hot Toys, just released from the Clone Wars, and I spent a lot of time on that video. So if you haven't checked that one out, please go check that out, because honestly, I enjoyed making that video. I really did. So shout out to Pop Collectibles for getting this to me super fast to be able to do that. And I can 100% say that if you're thinking about getting Ahsoka, it would be a good decision, in my opinion, I think. I really enjoyed the figure, and as you can see, I've got it right here on my custom diorama that I built over the past couple weeks. So I built this diorama. I thought it'd be kind of fun to use for the video, and in the video, I did not showcase the entire thing. I didn't showcase the entire, so I just showed you like a little piece of it, because I was trying to get like a mood going on, right? And I thought it worked out pretty good. But I built this diorama not knowing what the hell I was doing, making it up as I go along, watching YouTube videos and just doing different things. And there are some things I would do differently on the next one, which gets me to point number 2. I'm actually giving one of these away and giving away one of these dioramas to one of my Patreon supporters out there. So we're going to do either one just like this, or we're going to do the same diorama with the snow cover. So depending on if you want like snow covered one or the desert sand dirt covered diorama from the finale of Clone Wars. Check out our Patreon if you want to do that. I think you can join for like $5 a month or something like that if you want to join. I would greatly appreciate it. You get access to behind the scenes stuff, Zoom meetups, and some extra little tidbits of information and giveaways just like this. So shout out to all you Patreon supporters for helping the channel keep going. Very appreciative of that. But I'm actually pretty stoked for this whole diorama piece, which brings me to point number 3. I'm gonna get her out of the way if I can. It brings me to point number 3, because not only are we going to be giving away one of these over the next little bit, and I'm going to set this to the side. Look, this is huge. It's quite large. I'm gonna put it over there though. Okay. You guys can just stare at it for the rest of the video. Not only are we giving away one of those, for anybody who joins between now and April 30th on Patreon, I'm actually giving away this, which is the 3-0 DLX Hulkbuster. This is a cool. I did a review on this one too. If you want to check that out, I'll put a link up there for that if I remember to do so. This is a pretty sweet piece. I dig it, but I don't really need it in the collection. I have enough Iron Man and Hulkbuster stuff. So this one's going to go to a new home. Just somebody out there who joins Patreon. So check us out on there if you want to do that. Any tier is available to win that or that. So just there's that. So let's get into today's news, which is going to start off with Hot Toys releases, right? So let's get into some of this stuff. The first one obviously is going to have to be. I'm just going to do this. I'm bringing my iPad over here. Look, right there. iPad. There. So on my iPad, my iMac, MacBook, whatever the hell you are, I'm bringing it over there. The first one's got to be Darth Maul. So Darth Maul, Clone Wars was released, I mean, pretty much a week or within a week of the Ahsoka. So I will have mine. It's already on the way. It might be here by the time you're watching this video, or it might be the next day. I don't know. But I got mine from Pop Collectibles as well. Discount in the description below if you want to save some money. But there's been a lot of controversy on Darth Maul. And rightfully so. I understand we already have 2 versions of Darth Maul. We have the Phantom Menace version and we have the Solo version. And honestly, the Solo version is pretty freaking amazing. It really is. I did a review on that one way back when and did some poses for it. I'll put a link up there if I remember to do that. But obviously we're going to do a comparison. I've got all 3. We'll do a comparison and we'll go from there. But it's Clone Wars related, therefore I want it. And it's going to give us a different view of him without all the robe and the garb and everything with the tattooed situation. I haven't seen it in person yet, so we'll see how that goes. But it does come with this cardboard sarcophagus, which honestly I'm not really terribly hyped about. But it's Clone Wars, so I'm excited about it. So I'd love to hear from you guys. Are you picking that figure up, or did some of like the early photos and blogger photos and whatever change your mind? I don't know. So I'm reserving judgment till mine comes in, and we'll kind of go from there. But the Solo Maul is going to be hard. It's going to be hard to beat that one, in my opinion. And I think I criticized this version of Maul way back when they first announced it because it's got single jointed elbows, and you guys know my thoughts on that. I flipping hate them. So there's that. All right, next up in the news, let's talk about KX. Now, I talked about this on a live stream a couple weeks ago or a week ago, whenever it was announced, but some of you guys may not have seen this, so we're going to chat about it here. KX announced as the next Book of Boba Fett figure, which is very strange because everybody wanted Cad Bane. I also wanted Cad Bane, but they didn't give us Cad Bane. They gave us a repaint of this guy. So we got K2SO here, which honestly, this was my first Hot Toys purchase was K2SO way back in 2016 or whatever that was. I had to pre-order them, so I had to wait on them forever, but this was the first one I actually gave money for. So obviously it's not leaving the collection anytime soon. But it is straight up, based on the photos and everything, it looks like a straight up repaint, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Pop Collectibles was kind enough to get us some photos of this at Sacred Base. But the things that I really like about K2SO is he's tall, he's got this shelf presence, it's beautifully crafted, it's a droid, and Star Wars can't get enough droids in the 6-scale world. There are die-cast bits for pretty much the knee down are die-cast, the feet's plastic. But this section right here, this shin, if you will, the lower leg is die-cast, the joints are die-cast, and he's got posable hands and fingers, kind of like an Iron Man figure. And it just looks cool. There are some downsides, and we'll kind of look at some of these photos, and I'll kind of show some of the downsides of that. One of which being, I'll put you right there, K2. You good? One of those being that when the light up function is off, it kind of looks dead. And they didn't even attempt to solve that problem. Maybe they didn't see it as a problem. They didn't even attempt to solve that problem in the figure with this new one. But that being said, I still enjoy it. I still have mine lit up in the display case, but not with the eyes on. I'm not going to deduct too many points for that. But the weathering on this guy leads me to believe that I may need more than one of these. The original K2, obviously this is KX, but the K2 with Alan Tudyk has been going for crazy money ever since it sold out way back when. And rightfully so. I think it retails like $230-ish, $234, $35 for the original K2. This new one's a little bit more money, but got inflation and whatever. This one, it has the nostalgia feel for the character, but this one right here with the Book of Boba Fett, when they showed like the Terminator scene, if you will, with all the different KX units in there, I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm probably going to end up with more than one. I think 2 is probably the right number for me. I don't know what the right number for you is. It might be 0. I don't know. But for me, I think it's going to be 2. I'm digging the paint applications on this. And I'm calling that. It's a straight repaint. Like everything looks exactly the same. They're going to give us one extra blaster, which is fine, and a different diorama style base. Don't even care about that. That's a reissue of the base. The figure is the highlight of this deal. The paint look at the paint application, the weathering, the detail, the rust. They've weathered the entire figure. It's not like on Ahsoka. They weathered some of her clothing, but her tights or leggings or whatever the heck you want to call them, they're perfectly clean. With this K2 unit, or this KX unit, I gotta stop doing that, KX unit, they've weathered pretty much everything on it, including the blaster rifle, which they just done a really good job. So we get 2 blasters. We get the one that pretty much came from a Death Trooper from Rogue One, and then we get the E-22 blaster, which is a Shore Trooper blaster that evidently these guys have picked up and were running around just killing everybody with. So I'm pretty excited about that, and I will definitely be picking that up. I would love to hear from you guys if you're going to be picking it up, and if you're going to get 1 or 2, or do you already have the original K2 and you see no need to get this one because you already own this? I don't know. It's personal preferences in collecting, so you decide what you like for that. So Hot Toys, as they do, throws us a curveball, and instead of giving us Cad Bane, they give us a KX droid. And obviously the hottest movie of 2021, Spider-Man No Way Home. They don't have Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man figures out. No, let's not get the main freaking characters that everybody wants. No, let's not do any of that. Let's give you an Electro. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm excited about this. I'm excited they're going to be doing this. But why on earth would they preview Electro before the freaking heroes of the film? It doesn't make any sense to me. It's very strange. It definitely looks like it's going to have like that Miles Morales lightning effect stuff going on. So that's fine. It looks exactly like that, honestly. They'll probably just reuse those same parts. We'll know soon enough whenever this does go on display. Secret Base will have some photos and we'll talk about it. But it definitely looks better than the blue version of Electro from way back when. And Jamie Foxx head sculpt there, at least the lower half of him looks pretty good. So we'll see how that goes. I'm looking at this and I'm seeing exposed joints. All right, and that's fine. He had a short sleeve shirt. That's fine. I'm seeing single joint elbows. That's what I'm seeing. Now I hope I'm wrong, but based on the photo, if you look here, right down that little right elbow, that looks like a single joint elbow. Yeah, there's that. I know that bugs me to no end. But he's got a bunch of tubes and everything on him, so it's gonna be kind of like the Whiplash figure from Iron Man 2. I don't know. We'll see. I'm halfway excited. There's probably a term for that. I don't know. You leave it in the comment section. But I wanted to see Tobey Maguire and I want to see Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. That's what I want to see. And for the love of God, give me an MJ. That would be amazing as well. So, but we're not getting that. We got Electro, so we'll see. I'm cautiously optimistic that it will turn out well, but the single joint elbows just drive me nuts. All right, let's move on to the next thing. You ready for this? More Hot Toys news. Hot Toys has got a little competition going on with Queen Studios, and if you don't see that, then you're not paying attention in the 6-scale world. Hot Toys has a license for the Batman, worldwide license for the Batman 6-scale line, and then Queen Studios has a China license for the Batman with Warner Brothers. So they're doing theirs, but obviously, we can get these figures over in the States if we want them. Your regular retailers that you like to buy from will have these in stock or up for pre-order very soon. So Queen Studios says, yeah, we're going to make patents in Batman, and we're going to kind of tease a little something. So Hot Toys. I'm going to go to Hot Toys first. We'll go to Queen Studios. Hot Toys comes out and says, yeah, we're also working on ours. Like, we previewed one way back when. In fact, I did a preview video on it. I'll put that up there. But they're changing the head sculpt, and they just let us know there's a work in progress updated hairstyle for this figure. So Hot Toys is feeling the heat a little bit. I think that's a great thing for competition. I'm a big fan of that, so I just think that's awesome. In fact, in their post, they said, to stay faithful in character's screen appearance, Hot Toys team has invested significant time and effort into refining tiny details on prototype figures, including the 1/6 Batman collectible figure from the Batman Collection series. The updated Bruce Wayne head sculpt brings variations in his hair sculpture, which reflects our extreme requirements with delicate and lifelike details. Extreme requirements. Interesting. We can't wait to show more. Follow us for the latest news. That's from Hot Toys this morning or last night or whenever it was. So Hot Toys is here's the weird thing. This isn't the first time they've gone out and said we've updated head sculpt. They did it with Wanda from WandaVision. That Elizabeth Olsen, just a beautiful head sculpt. They've done this before, right? But now that they've got a little competitor kind of nipping at their heels a little bit, I think the communication, at least I hope this is a sign of increased communication from Hot Toys. I don't know that they'll catch that, but I hope it is. I hope increased communication. Competition is always better for the consumer. Always better for the consumer. Whether it be pricing, whether it be quality, whether it be communication, whatever products, variation of product offerings, whatever it is, improvements in technologies, competition is always good for the consumer. So I'm excited to see where this goes. So Queen Studios comes out and says the Batman collectible figure head sculpt preview. Since we announced that the 6-scale the Batman was in our plan, many of you have become active in the comments and the messages looking for more news and updates. That's a fact. Today, we're excited to share a closer look at the head sculpt of our 6-scale The Batman to keep you updated on the progress. How do you think the Batman head sculpt turned out? And then they got some resin unpainted head sculpt going on here. So I don't know what it's going to look like painted because it is what it is. But I want you to take note, not necessarily of like which one's better because we don't know. We got a render and we got an unpainted head sculpt. Although the unpainted head sculpt I'm looking right here, Pattinson, I like the hair. I do dig that. And I like that I can see texture in the skin. I like that. And right there, I think they freaking nailed that head sculpt right there, I think. But more important than this is the fact of the competition, like I was talking about. That's more important than this head sculpt. This is one piece of the pie. And very soon we will have Queen Studios on the channel, on a live stream. We'll talk to them and get their thoughts on some upcoming projects. But this is exciting on the 6-scale world, right? I hope you're excited with me. My only wish is that it wouldn't be only DC Warner Brothers stuff, because obviously I collect Star Wars. Like, my main focus is Star Wars. If they did some Star Wars stuff, man, I'd lose my flipping mind. It'd be amazing. But we're stuck in DC world right now. That's fine. There are DC collectors out there. But that in-art line they got going on, for those wondering, I did pre-order the Joker 2-pack, the Rooted, I guess the Deluxe, I guess. There are still some available on different outlets. Pop Collectibles, I think, has one set left, maybe, of the Rooted, I think, maybe. I did get mine from him, but I am anxious to see kind of how that looks. And I'm rooting for Queen Studios. I'm rooting for you guys. I'm rooting for you because competition is always better for the consumer. So that's good. All right, let's move on to this next one, which is going to be Sideshow Collectibles. Look at this. Sideshow Collectibles doing some good things, I think. To be determined, but I think they put a preview photo of their 6-scale Clone Wars animated style Yoda. What do you guys think of this? I'm curious. Now, we were supposed to already have released the Anakin and Obi-Wan. Like, those are supposed to be shipping, but those got delayed. And instead of a figure release, we got a figure announcement. So, it's fine. But for those out there, what are your thoughts on that? I'm curious what your thoughts on this thing are. I dig it. I like it a lot. I think it's cool. Sideshow, if they can deliver on the skeleton, the figure, the body of this guy, they might have a home run on their hands with this line. They might. I hope if they take another year to make it and it's flipping perfect and we don't get any more grievous bullshit with the joints, I'll wait. If Sideshow will deliver a quality product, I will 100% give them the golf clap. I will buy them. I will collect them. I will review them. I will do whatever if they do that. And whether it's delayed for 2 months or 6 months or a year, I don't even care. Don't put out a piss poor product. Just don't. All right? It's not good for your image. So that's my thought on that. I'm excited for this. I hope they do some other like animated characters. Can you imagine an animated Dooku? Come on, man. Like a straight up animated Dooku. A Asajj Ventress. I'll just build them all. I'll buy the whole flipping collection. I'll buy them all. I would build a Sideshow Clone Wars shrine if they do this well. Yeah, anyways, that's my rant for that. All right, move on to the next thing. Last bit of news is actually quarter scale news from Queen Studios, which is going to be this ridiculous Loki from Avengers. This is insane. This is a quarter scale piece. The price is, we'll get to the price in just a second. It's $1,000 some odd dollars. It is licensed in China, so if you want to get it imported here, that's not going to be available at your favorite local U.S. retailers. It's going to have to go from overseas. So you might get it Spec Fiction. You might get it from wherever you like to buy things, right? This head sculpt and this rooted hair situation they got going on. Damn. Real leather. There's my cat. I'm sure the mic's picking that up. Look at this diorama base. Now this is quarter scale. Okay, it's a little bit more pricey in the quarter scale realm, but I have some thoughts about that. We'll talk about that in a separate video. This diorama base with LED features, this head sculpt, which is unflippin' believable. I mean, look at this. If that's not a 10 out of 10, I don't know what is. It's crazy. Crazy good. Real leather. Look at the back of this thing painted out. Tesseract. Just gorgeous. Queen Studios. I mean, you guys, you really guys are really hurting me when I'm trying to stay in my Star Wars lane. You guys are killing me with this awesome stuff. So here it is. Quarter scale polystone with wool hair, all right, and genuine leather. So his gown, his armaments, if you will, are real leather. That's crazy. Polystone. It's not a silicone face, it's polystone. I can understand the price point. 52 centimeters high. Full price is $11.40 USD. Q3 of next year. Just glorious. Look at this. It's freaking glorious, man. Look at this. Look at this head sculpt. You know, not that long ago, I guess it's been about a year and a half, 2 years ago, I had 0 statues. I have a lot of statues now. All right. Stuff like this is dangerous because you're going to end up, because you know they're going to do some other ones. They're not going to start. I mean, just stop with Loki here in quarter scale. They're going to do some other things. Oh, man. Crazy. Anyways, that's what I got today. I hope you guys are excited about some of this stuff. I'd love to hear from you in the comment section. What are your thoughts on KX? What are your thoughts on the Ahsoka? If you haven't checked out their review. And if you want to check out Patreon and support the channel, that'd be amazing. Again, Zoom meetups, behind the scenes footage, just kind of crazy stuff, giveaways. And we're going to be giving away one diorama like this. And we're also going to be giving away this guy right here. It's cute. It's actually pretty nice. As always, collect what you like. See you next time.